What's up? It's Marco back on the Stage of Soccer channel. Today we're doing my Premier League preview for match week 12. I'm going to be running through these games in the order that they're going to happen, but if you want to get straight into your favorite team, timestamps are in the description. So starting things off, we got Crystal Palace against Liverpool, and man, this is an interesting matchup. Crystal Palace has traditionally been a bogey team for Liverpool, and man, it's going to be interesting. So for Palace, you're really going to be expecting them to drop deep. I mean, they don't have the most athleticism in their defense, especially now that Joel Ward is back starting. So expect them to drop deep, not allow a ball over the top. I think also their midfield, it's going to have to be showing a lot of hard work. You're going to have MacArthur. He's got to be doing his thing. Milivojevic's just got to be showing the defense. Even out wide, you've got to expect the wingers like Townsend, Schlupp, or Eze, whoever's there, they're going to be dropping back a lot. Probably defending with the whole team aside from Zaha up top. And if they want to win, their only real chance to get on the break and do something. Can't have Zaha isolated up there. It's going to be tough without Benteke because he's been on some pretty good form lately. So you're going to have to get some numbers forward, not too much that you leave yourselves vulnerable. It's a tough ask, but hey, this is a tough Liverpool team. So for Liverpool, I think that just getting behind this defense is going to be key for them, whether that is balls in behind the defense or just dribbling at them. I think that Mane has the ability to take on Joel Ward. I think Salah's got the ability to take on Patrick Van Aanholt. And yeah, I can see them getting behind this defense pretty easily. I really want their midfield to be able to step up, just keep possession and be able to create chances. I think the most I saw from this was Curtis Jones going on a really nice run a while ago, but and I feel like their midfield's been a bit lacking ever since Thiago got injured. So I want them to really show their stuff today. And lastly, they just got to watch out for the break. As I mentioned, Zaha's going to be looking to get some chances off, but I feel like if you have one midfielder back there, even if just two defenders, they just got to do a job. You know, it's not going to be the easiest game, but I do see Liverpool coming away with the win. So next, we got Southampton against Manchester City, and one of the more interesting matchups. You've got the pressing Southampton, possession-oriented Man City who are really underachieving, Southampton who are really overachieving. So for Southampton, I think the key for them, just get the ball back when Man City has it and go on breaks. Whether this is pressing the defense, which is going to be tough against this Man City team, but if there's a João Cancelo out on the left and he's not the most comfortable on his left foot, he'll be on that a lot. Maybe that's an opportunity to press. Maybe Kyle Walker has made some mistakes in the past. I think those are two opportunities, but either that or winning the ball back in the midfield, either Romeo or Ward-Prowse, if they can get that and lead them on a break, that'll be a key for Southampton. Next, when they do get a chance, they got to take it. It might only be one or two. It's a Man City team. You know they like to have a lot of the ball. It's going to be tough to find chances, but if they do that, they're going to have to take it. Shea Adams has been on some great form, hoping that he can do that again. Lastly, I think McCarthy in net is going to be huge for them. This is a Man City team. They're finishing not particularly great, and I feel like a goalkeeper has the ability to really keep Southampton in the game. McCarthy has been great in the past this year, had a couple man-of-the-match performances, but he's also made a couple big mistakes, so I feel like he's going to be one of the key guys for them today. For Man City, I mean, simple. They got to finish their chances. They're coming up with a lot of chances just from possession, on counters, everything, but they just haven't been putting in the back of the net. If Jesus is starting, he's going to have to score. If Sterling's in there, he's going to have to score. It's not enough to just play well, to keep possession, have a lot of the ball. You have to put the ball in the back of the net. They haven't been doing that a lot this year. Next, deal with the break. I mean, the Southampton team, they can get in behind you pretty easily. They have Shea Adams up top, huge threat with his pace. Theo Walcott, one of the fastest players in the Premier League history. Lost a step or two now, but still obviously a threat. And Danny Ings, he's been throwing some nice passes. So the break is going to be tough. They're going to have to watch out for that. But Ruben Diaz has been really solidified this Man City defense. So I think they have the ability to. And lastly, I really want them to put out a really good team. I mean, it's tough to say because Man City, they have so much talent, but their teams haven't been the greatest lately. And what I mean by that is, like, I don't think they're putting out their best guys in their best position. I feel like you've put Bernardo Silva out on the right, maybe get Foden into the midfield. I know he scored, but drop Gundogan. I don't think he's good enough. Or drop one of Gundogan and Rodri. Maybe even bench Gabriel Jesus and play Ferran Torres. But whatever it is, you got to get the best 11 out there. If they do that, I think they can win, but I'm not sure if they will, and I actually have this game finishing in a draw. Next, we've got Everton against Arsenal, and I feel like this is a really good matchup for Everton. Dominic Calvert-Lewin up top, he's going to be huge for them. Huge target man, probably the best at winning headers in the box in the league right now. And this is a pretty weak Arsenal team defensively. And not just like a leaky team, which they are admittedly, but just physically, and especially with Gabriel missing out, I feel like he can really be able to dominate a David Luiz or a Rob Holding. And I feel like he's got a pretty easy shot to score if Everton are able to feed him. Next to the midfield, I'm really expecting Decore and Allen to really bully them. I mean, Ceballos and El Neni is what it looks like it'll be in the midfield. I think that they definitely have the ability to push them around, win the ball back, and start breaks pretty easily. And lastly, keep defending well. I mean, they've been doing great ever since they implemented Godfrey and Holgate at fullbacks. And if they keep that up, keep defending well, don't let Arsenal get any easy chances, they've got a good chance of winning. For Arsenal, I'm going to say the same things that I did last week because right now they're in such bad form that I don't really see a path for them even qualifying for Europe at this point. So right now I think you should just focus on bettering the team. I mean, it's Arsenal, they're not going to get relegated. So just focus on bettering the team, bettering the culture, and what I have is just find a team and stay with it. This is something that you can't really do in 1 week, but just find an 11 that really works for you. I mean, you see Southampton doing really well, and we pretty much know what team they're going to throw out there. Next, just play for the badge. Just have some honor, some pride when you go out there, and pick a playing style. I mean, I don't really know this Arsenal team, if they are best in the back three, a back four, if they want to break, if they want to dominate the ball, what they want their midfield to do. I'm not really sure about anything with this Arsenal team right now. Just figure something out. I have Everton winning this game, and probably going to have Arsenal losing a lot of games until they really get everything going again. But I don't think winning games is the most important thing for Arsenal right now. Next, we got a pretty big game for Fulham in the relegation race, with them playing a weakened Newcastle team. So for Newcastle, just cross your fingers, hope you get some defenders back, because that Leeds game was not pretty for them. I mean, 5 goals is not good at any circumstances, but they are missing a lot of players due to the virus, so you can't fault them too much, but just hope you get some defenders back so you can play well. Callum Wilson on the break, that's definitely going to be a huge option for him. I think that he has the ability to get behind this Fulham team. It is going to be tough for him. You got some great athletes back there with Anthony Robinson, if he's able to catch up with him, but I think Callum Wilson has the ability to score. And lastly, I think that sitting in might be a good idea for this Newcastle team. I've honestly been against it throughout the whole year because I feel like they have the attacking talent to play well, but in this game, I think they probably have the ability to shut this Fulham team down. And when they do that, I think the break would be on for them. I don't think they are going to do this, and it probably isn't a good idea to do this in the long term, but I think for one game against a team that's probably not the greatest, it would be a good idea. So for Fulham, keep making chances. They've been doing pretty well. They had some great opportunities against Liverpool when they were playing. Came away with the draw. Didn't go so well last week, but just keep it up. Keep playing well. I think things will happen. Win the ball back in the midfield. That's going to be huge for them. If this Newcastle team's going on the break, just be able to have like a Harrison Reed, Lamina, or Anguissa step in, win the ball back. I think they all have the ability to do that. And lastly, I think the biggest thing for them is dribble at this defense. We've got a Calviero, he's a pretty talented player. I'm not too high on him, but he's got some talent, I think. And Lookman especially, they have the ability to really go at this team. Ruben Loftus-Cheek as well. Just get the ball, dribble at the team, force them into some mistakes, and I think that'll be key for Fulham. And I actually have Fulham winning this game. If Newcastle were at full strength, I'm not too sure, but we don't even have to think about that. I think Fulham have the ability to win this game and really put some distance between them and the bottom three. Next, another huge relegation game. We've got Brighton against Sheffield United, and man, some interesting things, because you got Brighton, who really like to dominate the ball but haven't been able to put it in the back of the net, and Sheffield, who like to defend but haven't been defending well. So for Brighton, just keep playing as you're playing. Just dominate the ball. I think chances will come. This Sheffield defense has been so leaky this year that I think if you keep putting pressure on them, it'll break. I didn't even mean to say it like that, but hey, kind of plumbing analogy worked out. Next, you really got to finish your chances, whether that's Danny Welbeck or Trossard just came back for them. I think he'll be a huge player. I expect him to score this game, but just be able to finish off those chances that you will have to work hard to keep. And lastly, no mistakes defensively. I think that'll be a mistake that Sheffield will capitalize on if there is one, because I think they have the ability, Brighton have the ability to dominate the ball enough, and I don't think Sheffield have the ability to counter. So I really feel like just don't make mistakes defensively, defend set pieces well. Don't pass the ball to your keeper and have him lose the ball. So I think that'll be key for Brighton. For Sheffield, keep organized defensively. That's all you can really do right now. Just keep it organized defensively, hope you can hold out, and hopefully when the transfer window comes, you can get some better players in. And hopefully they'll be able to invest well instead of spending millions on Brewster, Jack Rodwell, and Ravel Morrison. So I think keeping the ball in Brighton's half will also be a key for them, because they were doing pretty well against Manchester United. They were able to keep the ball in their half, and I think if they can keep doing that, they can have some results. And lastly, just keep finishing chances. McGoldrick had an amazing game. It really sucks that nothing came of it, but just keep putting pressure on it. I think their attack was actually been looking a bit better lately. I think they put a goal against Leicester a couple weeks ago. Put two goals against United. Just keep attacking. I think they can come away with some chances. I still have Brighton winning, and I'm probably not going to pick Sheffield for a while now until they can show something. But I could see a path for Sheffield, but I think Brighton are going to be able to win and really get some distance between the relegation zone. Next, we got a game that could either be the most interesting or most boring of the week. I'm honestly not sure. I could easily see this being a 0-0 game between Tottenham and Leicester. So for Tottenham, just commit to attacking. This is a team that has so much talent with Harry Kane, Heung-min Son. On the right, you have either Bergwijn, Lucas will come on, even Gareth Bale. And fullbacks like Reguilon, who's a beast. And just commit to attacking. Don't sit in. If you go one goal up, just stay with it. They can win this game. I know it's kind of tempting to not want to keep attacking when you have Vardy there, because he's such a huge threat, but I think they can put a couple of goals on this Leicester team, and I feel like if they sit in after the first goal, they're selling themselves short, and I don't see them winning like that. Next, as I mentioned with Vardy, covering the break is going to be tough. You got to have a midfielder back there basically at all times. Højbjerg, Sissoko, they've got to be watching out. Eric Dyer and Toby Alderweireld have to be prepared for this, but I think they have the ability to cope with that. Next up, fullbacks are going to have to dominate this game. It's probably not going to be the full-strength Leicester team. You have Albrighton, James Justin, Fuchs out wide. Aurier and Reguilon is what it looks like it's going to be. They got to get up and down the pitch, make chances, defend well. Those guys are key for them. For Leicester, obviously the break is going to be huge for them. It always is, just finding Vardy. And keep looking for that. I think as well they should really take spells of possession, because they definitely have some good players in this team. Tielemans and Madison are some guys who can really keep the ball well. And when they have those spells of possession, just look to thread some balls through. Look for a Harvey Barnes and Under. Iosi Perez has been playing a lot lately. I feel like they have the ability to, if they have a spell of possession, if Tottenham start to sit deep, I think they can take advantage of that. And lastly, just be prepared for the danger, man. Make sure you don't let Son go one-on-one against anyone. You don't let Harry Kane pick the ball out in space. Always have a man on him when he's in the box. Yeah, just tough ass. As I mentioned, I could really see this game ending up in a draw. I'm actually probably the most likely game to end up 0-0 this week, I think. I hope it doesn't happen. I'm hoping it doesn't, but I really see this game being a draw. Next, we got another Manchester United game where they're going up against another United, and man, this was the first derby they've had in the Premier League for, over 15 years, I guess. Manchester United against Leeds. So for Manchester United, I think the keys for them, pass through this defense. You got guys like Paul Pogba, Bruno Fernandes, who can get on the ball in the midfield. Some really nice runners with Marcus Rashford, Anthony Martial, even Mason Greenwood out on the right. Just pick up the ball and be able to find some through balls into them. I feel like that will be key for them. I can honestly see them scoring 2 or 3 like that. Next, make sure you get enough of the ball. You've got some really talented players on the ball, but this is a Leeds team that likes to dominate possession. So make sure that you are on the ball enough that you can do something. Don't fall into the trap of sitting in, defending, trying to get on the break, because they've done that, and they've really left Rashford and Martial isolated when they have. I think they have to get on the ball enough to make sure they can win this game. And lastly, I think set pieces could be huge for them. I mean, this is a Leeds team. Everybody knows their weakness now, and you've got big old slab head up there. He can go in, win a header. You've got huge guys in there like Pogba. I think has Matic won a header in a while? I don't think he has. I feel like he's more sit on the edge of the box and shoot a laser. But set pieces are definitely an opportunity for Manchester United. So for Leeds, you really want to see them dominate the game, get possession, just impose your will on this Manchester United team, make them play on the back foot, and just hope you can really make them play your game. Next, keep your finishing form. You put 5 on Newcastle last week. Keep that up. Bamford is going to have to put a ball in the back of the net when he gets a chance. Rafinha as well. Jack Harrison's going to have to make something happen. Just keep finishing. Keep just playing as they are. Keep that form over from Newcastle. And lastly, find a defensive shape, because even again in that win, they conceded 2. They've been conceding a lot. And with Koch missing, you're going to have a Cooper back there. Find a good partner for him. I don't think Ayling is the best solution there, or Dallas. Just put in a real center back. Llorente isn't definitely an option. I mean, this is a game to experiment, I guess, because it's a really good side. You probably aren't going to win anyway, but if something goes well for them, you can really take that in stride. So I do see Manchester United winning this game. They just have too much going for them offensively. Leeds' finishing hasn't been consistent, and yeah, I can really see Manchester United winning this game. Next, we got West Brom against Aston Villa. I'm pretty sure this is a derby game too. So for West Brom, key for them, just mark Jack Grealish, keep him out of the game. Maybe put like a Jake Livermore on him if he stays in the midfield. Just make sure he can't get on the ball and make things happen for that Villa team. Next, offensively, use your athleticism. I mentioned this a couple times before, but Callum Robinson, Carlin Grant, there's even a Grady Diangana if he plays. Those are 2 guys who can really get at this team. I feel like they can really probably get the better of Cash and Target if they can get some balls in behind for them, which is going to be tough without Pereira, but I feel like that's probably a good chance they have at beating this Villa team. I don't think that subbing in Charlie Austin would be the best idea. And lastly, just frustrate this Villa team. I don't feel like they're the most consistent team, so when they really get frustrated, I feel like it'll be hard for them to get back into the game. If they can keep this a 0-0 game or even 1-0 game at halftime, I think they have a much better chance of winning. So for Aston Villa, make sure you don't make any mistakes defensively. There's a West Brom attack. I mentioned their athleticism, but they're not exactly that dangerous. Just don't give them a bunch of easy chances. Even if they do, I think Martinez could be up for the task. He's been on some great form. Next in the midfield, just show your quality. I kind of rag on this midfield a lot, but you have John McGinn, who's a beast. Douglas Luiz, if he's going to be playing. Connor Hornahan's another guy who's pretty talented as well. Even if you want to have Jack Grealish drop in, there's another guy. But just have some quality, be able to feed some passes through, keep possession of the ball, even take some shots from there. I think they have definitely the ability to score from distance. Just midfield, show the quality. And lastly, I really want Ollie Watkins to find a goal. He's been, I haven't been that impressed with him this year. He got that hat trick against Liverpool. That gave him a pass for a while, but I really want to see him do something, and this is definitely the team to do it. I think West Brom have the 2nd worst defense in the league. So I do see Aston Villa coming away with the win. I don't trust this West Brom team at all. I feel like last week was a bit of a fluke. But yeah, I've got Aston Villa winning. So next we got Burnley against Wolves, and yay, we get to watch Burnley. Okay, so Burnley, just sitting defensively, stay organized, try to replicate what you did last week, and just frustrate this team. Offensively, I mean, the long ball could be on to Chris Wood. Just try to do that. I don't even see it working. I really trust Connor Cody in the air, and I don't even know who their left center back is at this point. I think they're trying out Sice. So maybe they go back to a back 3 and throw Kilman in there. I don't know. And or could just go with Bowley. And I think one guy who really shows something this week is Dwight McNeil. Every time I say this, he doesn't show anything, but I feel like he has the ability to get the better of Nelson Semedo at the back. Just get at him, dribble at him, trust yourself. I feel like he's their best chance of scoring. So for Wolves, just keep dominating the ball. João Moutinho should be back for them. Just dominate the ball, keep creating chances through the midfield. When they get the ball in the box, just keep finding that finish. Ponus and Neto have been doing really well lately. Neto especially. Now, honestly, not even Neto especially. Neto and Potts especially. They've both been just amazing lately. And, I feel like if they get the ball in the box, they can put it in. It's going to have to be a good finish. We know how good Nick Pope is, but, just keep at it. And, lastly, just make sure you don't concede early, because if Burnley concedes early, that's a bad situation for everybody. Nobody wants to see that. I think Wolves can come away with the win. They definitely have the creativity to break down this Burnley team. Generally, team's going to be coming in rested. This Wolves team with a lot more depth, I think, and a lot of creative players that can take on this Burnley defense, and I think they can win. Last game of the week, we have the London Derby with Chelsea against West Ham, the Declan Rice game. Chelsea, the main thing I want to see for them is some creativity from the midfield, because since CH went down, there hasn't been much of that. I really want to see Havertz do something with the ball, because, it's not that he's playing bad, it's just that he's not playing to what he can be. I just want him to get on the ball, be able to dribble out the defense, threaten some nice passes, make some chances, just do what we know he can do. And he doesn't have to, hesitate. You've got Conte back there, Mason Mount's a really hard worker, Kovacic knows what he's doing defensively. Just get at this team and do your thing. Even if maybe there's a game to throw Jorginho in there, help keep possession. I'm not too sure, because I feel like Rice and Souček could do pretty well against him, but just throwing that out there. Next, I really want the wide men to create chances. Timo Werner and Pulisic, those are two really nice players. Pulisic is probably more likely to score, which is weird to say going into this year. I thought Werner would be playing striker, and make sure you create some chances. I'm not too sure how good crosses will be. You may have to dribble at the guys, but I feel like they have the talent to. I mean, Fokel and Cresswell, if they're going with the back four like they have been, aren't the most talented 1v1 defenders. Cresswell has been doing really well this year, but I feel like they can use their pace to get behind them, and they probably are more athletic too, just overall. So I feel like that can be an option. And lastly, make sure you defend the counter, because this is a team that likes to have Rice thread the ball into Bowen or Fornals, and then get out and attack. Maybe Antonio will be back this week. If he is, that'll be a problem for them. But defending the counter is going to be huge for Chelsea. So for West Ham, I feel like a couple players I really want to see perform well. Ogbonna is going to have to be huge. It's probably going to be Giroud or Tammy Abraham up top for Chelsea, and that's a lot of balls in the box with those guys in there. I think Ogbonna is going to have to be huge, winning headers in the defensive half. That's going to be a huge ask for him, but I feel like he's up to it. Next, I really want to see Declan Rice have a good game. It's almost like a trial for him. I mean, I think Chelsea made it clear they're interested. And, he's going to have a good game. Keep possession when West Ham get a spell of the ball. Do well defensively. Maybe mark Kai Havertz. Thread some through balls into Bowen on the break. Just make sure at his best today. Thomas Souček as well. I mentioned those guys might be able to do a good job in this game. They have definitely the talent to get the better of this Chelsea midfield. And next, if they want to win, this counter is going to have to be perfect. So Chelsea defense has been so much better lately. They've got Mendy back there. They've shown a lot of confidence in him. Just make sure you can thread the perfect ball in through this. Thread that perfect ball after the break. You're going to have to be able to beat a man. The finish is going to have to be perfect. It's a tough ask, but I think this West Ham team does have the ability to do that. It's just, will they is the bigger question. I think Chelsea will be able to get back onto their best form with the win today. They definitely have the talent to. I feel like they're going to be playing their hardest today, and I've got Chelsea winning. That's every game for match week 14. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you.